The product I'd like to show you today is the new Techni Signature Series Icebox. These boxes have taken nearly 3 years of research and development, and they've actually been designed to be the best icebox in the world, size for size, actually in production anywhere. And if you have a look at some of the features and the way these things are built, it becomes pretty obvious that I think it's hit the mark. I'll start with the walls. Now, this box I'm showing you here is only 35 litres, and yet its walls are 7 centimetres. 7 centimetres, that's twice as thick at least as most Rotomol boxes. Those walls are filled with very, very high quality PU insulation. It's injected at very high pressure, so you've got an enormously well insulated box there. While I'm in that shot too, you can see there's some grooves through the back of the box here. That's to be able to put chopping boards in. They'll actually fit straight in. Those grooves have been made wide enough and the right size to be able to put those nylon chopping boards in, so they'll actually double as a chopping board or as a divider. And the lip around the top here, that is for a basket, which is not available right at the moment, but will be available shortly. So you can actually have a basket in there and slide it full width to the icebox. Other things it has, of course, is the design itself is a seamless design. And so there's no edges or anything like that on it. All the latches on the front have been recessed, so there's nothing there to catch. And if you have a look at the seals on the box, the inner seal there is actually a refrigerator seal like you get on a home fridge. So it's like a gasket type seal, and it actually seals onto a ridge on the box itself. On the outside of that, it's got another seal again, and that seals down onto the flat ledge. Now, what that does is basically create an airlock in the box. So at virtually any ambient temperature, you've got a perfect seal on the box. And it's just another way of increasing the performance. When you put the lid down, it closes very solidly. And you can see when you lock it, like so, there's a beautifully stable lid that's sealed all the way around. And you know, it's an absolutely airtight box. By turning the thing around like this, you can see there we've got a handle on the end. Now, this has got two ways of carrying it. You've got this nylon handle, and you can see the thickness of that rope. It's it's sort of as thick as your finger. It's quite a solid rope, and the handle on there again is a very comfortable handle. You can get your hand around no problem. And it's also got a ledge on there to carry it, so you can actually pick the box up like so, or you can use a ledge. And you'll notice it's actually above the box, so that you're not clunking your hands on the box trying to carry it. Now I'll put it round this way, and you can see something else it has is these feet. Now, it's been elevated up off the ground, and the reason we've done that is because a lot of these boxes get carried around on the backs of utes and you know, put on hot surfaces on the ground, on concrete and so on. And by designing it so that it's got 360-degree airflow around the box, you don't have issues with rising heat coming off hot surfaces affecting the performance of the icebox. So it's a pretty useful thing, and it's got quite a good gap there. You can see the hinges there are all integrated. It's got very strong integrated hinges. While I'm on the side too, I'll show you that it's actually got a locking facility. You can see there, you can actually put a lock like that through there, so you can actually lock the box. And you can also use ratchets on it. So just to show you, there's one of the Techni ratchets, and they're a quick release ratchet. So you can see there, you put the other end onto the ute or the boat or wherever it is you're tying it down, lock it down, or you can reverse the ratchet like that, and that way you can still open and close the lid while the ratchet's on the icebox. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was the bung. One of the shortcomings of a lot of ice boxes is when you go to drain, the bung is actually higher than the bottom. In this case, you'll see the bung is actually lower than the base of the box, so that it drains completely and dryly. The bung is 50 millimetres, and that's the size of a toe ball. Now, I'll just show you just how deep that is. That's how big the hole is. Now, you might wonder why you want such a big bung on an ice box. a box that can keep ice like this is likely to leave you with very many big lumps of ice after a camping trip to have to get out of the box. So this can empty the box quite quickly by doing it like that. And I don't know if you can pick up the size of the wall there on that. You see how deep that white section is? That's the wall. It's actually 7 centimetres deep through that. You can see it through the bunghole. So, you know, it's something that you wouldn't normally see on a box. So you've got a big bung, and of course you can also put a fitting on that will give you a tap for draining. So you can have a water tap on there or a drain for a hose. And there are a few other things I want to show you. On the lid here you have a fish scale along there. And the idea of that, of course, is it just gives you a ruler. So there you have it. That's the 35 litre model. They also come in other sizes, 45 litres, 60 litres, 70 litres, 85 litres, 105 litres and 125 litres. And keep in mind those larger sizes have even bigger walls and lids than this one you're looking at now. So if you want a serious ice keeping box, this is No.1, and it's also got a lifetime guarantee.